F1 Academy returns for round 3 of the season, and we go stateside for the first time in 2025. It is back to Miami for the second time in F1 Academy.
I'm feeling good coming into this weekend. Obviously, somewhat a home Grand Prix, just on the other side of the country from California, but really excited to be here back in Miami. Last year was obviously a lot of excitement for me surrounding the event, just because, you know, it's kind of like a one-time showing as the wild card, and getting to be able to be here as a full season driver is just really exciting. I feel more ready for this race, obviously, than I did last year. Last year it was my first time back in a Formula car in like 4 or 5 years, so yeah, just more prepared and really excited to go back out on track. This year so far has been, for me, it's been a little rough. Obviously not having any points yet going into the season, and unfortunately getting points taken away from me in China just over a penalty. It's quite disappointing, but you know, really hoping to rebound here for Miami. I know I'm on the older side of the grid, but my time in Formula cars was very brief. And I did some racing that's quite different than what the Formula car is like, and the techniques. So I, you know, obviously have high expectations of myself.
I'm checking myself in the mirror.
Amazing, thank you so much.
That was bloody lovely. I'm excited. I love the atmosphere here in Miami. It's my first time even in the States, so it's really cool. I'm enjoying the weather, I'm enjoying the people, the food. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to the race. I think I'm looking to achieve progression and being able to learn quickly. We don't have any testing at this track, so I think my goal is just to try and learn as quick as I can, progress as quick as I can, and hopefully I can get more points.
For many of the drivers out there, this will be their very first time turning a wheel around this circuit. So for that, we have a slightly different format today. We have 2 40-minute practice sessions for them to get up to speed. Joanne Ciconte in the background does a personal best as well. So it's 0.2 of a second, just shy of that, between Chambers and Berg. Everyone's trying to get the slipstream down this down this back straight, or get out of the way of giving it, it seems as well. Courtney Crone, we haven't seen much of her, but she has got a great tow from Ella Lloyd down this back straight, and that was a really good improvement from Courtney Crone, and she's into 10th place. So
for the rookies, it's a lot harder not having the test days. Free practice 1, I clipped the wall at the start of the session, so then I had to come in and check the car. I lacked a few laps, and then when I got back out and I got to really analyze the track for only 5 laps, so it was quite difficult for me to start pushing and be confident with the lap time. And then for free practice 2, I was just by myself. It was hard to find references here again because we didn't have any practice days. I set maybe less expectations for myself. I like to go through a weekend with having high expectations on myself and goals, because I know that I am capable of doing certain things, but I think I came with a mentality knowing that it's going to be okay, because we haven't had, you know, testing here, and I knew that it's going to be a harder struggle for myself.
You know, obviously everything was quite new for free practice 1, but we made a pretty good step, I felt like, in free practice 2. I think we were pretty good there. The first like 20 minutes we were top 10, but then, you know, kind of that extracting that last bit of performance, kind of missed that. But you know, we know what we need to work on for qualifying, and I'm really looking forward to the qualifying session later, or I guess this morning. And yeah, I think qualifying is going to go really well. I can ride a unicycle, actually. I learned when I was like 10. I had like a baby unicycle. At home, I do it like every day, so I get really good at it. Like, I can juggle on a yoga ball, but then like when we start traveling and I haven't done it for like 3 weeks, so then I have to like get back into it. I can't actually juggle on a unicycle, but I can ride a unicycle. I love music, yeah. I can't listen, like I love rap music, but like my favorite rapper would be like Ice Cube. But I can't listen to Ice Cube because then I'll get like too pumped up and then I'll like overdrive, right? So I have to listen to something more like, something that just gets me like excited, like Tom Petty. Like how can you go wrong with that? That was like a good rhythm, kind of gets you like happy. Alice Cooper too, you know? So yeah, I use it more just to get like, if I'm feeling like a little tired or just not like super energetic, I'll listen to it to get me kind of like wound up a little bit. It's like my version of espresso.
I'm proud of you, okay? Yeah. I love the reverse grid. If I'm in the reverse grid. If I'm not, then maybe. True. You have to be in the reverse grid. Exactly. I'm excited. I'll see how, when I get out of the car, I'll see how I feel.
So we do out and maximum 3 push laps on this tire set. And then when I ask you to box, please copy it to me so I know that you heard me. Good. Show me Tiger!
Studying yesterday. Joanne, that we saw just a moment ago, she was fastest in the first practice session. Maya Berg was fastest in the second, and those two are really battling for the title.
Straight away, push straight away. It's gonna get the rain. We are gonna get it in a few minutes, so full push.
Well, there we are. They are being told to get on with it, and actually they're all out together, so yeah, try not to get all tangled up.
The strategy now is, okay, you've got to stay out and keep tyre temp.
Look how wet it's getting out there now. You're watching Courtney Crone at the moment, number 7 with the Haas backing, another of the ART team, and she hasn't qualified quite as well as she would have liked, but 11th is not bad actually. But there is Chloe Chambers, who is fastest overall. She's done a very good job, and she's going to be starting up on the front row. Could be another chance for her, couldn't it?
Yeah, qualifying was really, really tricky. I studied a lot before because I knew what I had to work on from practice, and I did back off to let traffic through to try and manage my way through traffic, and it was just a silly mistake, and yeah, it was just not a good positioning for us on qualifying.
You know, we really only had one lap to put in a good lap, and unfortunately I caught some traffic and it really set me back for what should have been my one flyer, but that rain really started to come down, and yeah, just kind of ended our qualifying there. But you know, went back out in the rain, did a couple laps just to get some rain experience, because there's a good chance that it will rain for a race on Sunday.
Mixed emotions, because it might rain, it might not, we don't know yet, so I'm prepared for both. I'm starting in P17. Not as good as I wanted it to be. I've only driven in the rain 3 times, so if you include the last section. So I don't have any experience, but it'll be fun. I'll learn some things, so yeah.
Can we do wets on the right, slicks on the left? Yeah. Starting P11, not too far out of the points, so yeah, just gotta keep our nose clean and hope for the best. I think these mixed conditions, I really like them. You know, I think it gives me an opportunity to be more aggressive and be able to capitalize on others' mistakes. So yeah, I'm excited.
Start, elbows out. Remember to be on the limit immediately from the beginning. We're gonna do good.
The first Miami F1 Academy race of the 2025 season is about to get underway. Welcome to the action.
It's looking like the sun's come out for the drivers, and they've all got their slick tyres on.
Joanne Ciconte, the Australian, with Nicole Harford, the Canadian. They are 16th and 15th. Courtney Crone is 11th on the grid for the first of two races of F1 Academy in Miami. Lights out, and F1 Academies go, go, go. Proving to be a very tight little battle going on. Three abreast. Oh, what a shame. Contact made with Chloe Chong.
Yeah, 3 into 1 just doesn't go. It's a bit of a victim there for Joanne, and that'll be heartbreaking for all 3 cars now out of contention of scoring any points, which is really unfortunate.
It looks like it's all going the way of the French driver. It's Dorian Pan who is going to take the checkered flag. Dorian Pan wins the first of the 2 races.
I made a mistake in one of the corners, which led the driver behind me get a good run up and try a maneuvement into turn 11. And unfortunately, it led me to spinning and do something to my car that couldn't keep me going. So it was quite frustrating for that. But I'm happy that I was able to show that I could make it up to 12th and potentially make even more positions. I was definitely hungry for race 1 because I knew that I can be around that top 10 area for sure. And after the qualifying I had, I was super keen, and to not deliver those results is tricky.
Thank you so much. Yeah. First top 10 of the year. Got off to a bit of a slow start, not happy with that, but had some good battles, some good passes. That last caution kind of didn't work in my favor very well. Kind of got caught up in a battle behind me, but once I cleared that, kind of was able to focus forward, put in my best race lap for the last lap. So we have some things to work on with the car in dirty air to be able to have that pace just when we're behind someone. So, but overall, I mean, a good race, first top 10 of the year. Can't be too disappointed in that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a wet race as long as it didn't rain, obviously too much, but as long as it's not mixed conditions, either dry or wet, I'll be happy.
I need this because it's too hot.
The rain has just started falling to make life a little more tricky. And we will see the safety car taking them away then for this initial formation lap. It's got even wetter again, hasn't it?
The rain is really coming down now, actually, and this last sector is the worst I think it is around the whole circuit.
They have brought them all back in to the pit lane.
It's crazy. I am like so in this car.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Courtney Crone, the 24-year-old American, we've just seen, race will not start. The conditions are just too wet for them to be going out racing for a while.
And there we see Joanne Ciconte also really frustrated.
Every time I have a chance to prove myself,
it's frustrating.
Something just gets in my way. Oh, wait.
I know, you must be so.
Seeing everyone spin and Emma spun right here, oh my god. You need help. You need help.
Ki, ra.
Yeah, he's just there, just for some moral support.
Liar.
This is why we have a do not disturb sign, actually. Even on the first lap, when it wasn't raining that much, I thought it was quite wet, and the car was getting sideways, and then it got more and more chaotic, and people were starting to spin right in front of me, and it was honestly super dangerous. Yeah, I have no words because we didn't actually get to do any racing.
Well, we paraded around in the rain and got completely soaked for about 5 laps, and pulled into pit lane, and they called the race. which was the right decision because it was definitely the wettest conditions I've ever seen. The weekend's been very fun. There's been a lot of activity surrounding obviously this race here in Miami, and being, you know, an American driver here on home soil, it's obviously been a great pleasure getting to meet the fans, and yeah, just racing in Miami is quite special. I have never raced in Canada. I have been to that GP a few times. It always rains there too. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to getting some more wet driving in, I'm sure, in Canada. But you know, fingers crossed it stays dry, nothing crazy happens, and it's a great track. It's also a really good atmosphere surrounding that round.
None of us have driven there, so I think it's good that everyone's on equal playing fields. Everyone's in the same boat, so I think all of us are going to try work as hard as we can. And yeah, it's going to be difficult, but yeah, I'm really excited.
We will be looking forward to the next 2 rounds in Montreal. Thank you for joining us for F1 Academy.